Stop stressing about dumb shit. Stop fucking listening to people. Everybody's got something to say about what you do. The people that you know, the people that you love, the people that you might not even like, you know? They always have something to say. They're always telling you what to do. They're always telling you how to think about things, yeah? They tell you it's right, they tell you it's wrong. They tell you how to have a better life, how to live your life, how to, always telling you what to do. Stop listening to these people, because these people don't know what is best for you. And you should stop listening to them. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Because people really don't know you as well as they think that they know you. Nobody knows you, only you know you. You know the real you. And no matter how comfortable you are with yourself and how long you might have known that person, they don't know who the real you is. Because they get to see the version that you choose to share with them. Which you might give them 80% and you might hold the 20% to yourself. So we don't really know who people are. But we can know who we are. What are our needs that we need? You know, they tell you what they want you to do. And even people with the best intentions out there, they are influenced by their own desires. They want you to be happy and successful, but in a way that's going to fit, let's say, their own definition of those terms. When people are giving you advice, you just need to remember that they base that advice on who they are, not who you are. And don't get me wrong, their intentions may be pure because people mean well, but the reasoning might be mismatched. So they don't know what you should do either. Just because somebody has an opinion about something and that you should do something doesn't mean that they're right. Because their opinion aren't facts. And sometimes people's advice can get you into trouble because you're not honoring yourself, what it is that you truly want. The best person to ask for an advice is yourself. What do you truly want for yourself? What answer would you give to yourself? Because often, going around and asking multiple people to give you an advice can get you even more confused. It's good to learn to be your own counselor because you would always have an answer of what it is that will make you much more happy. And getting other people's advice and opinions can get you so confused. So confused. And I personally wouldn't go take an advice from somebody that hasn't lived what I lived or is not going where I'm going. So I wouldn't go and take an advice from a person that hasn't lived where I lived. How would they know? They don't know who I am. They don't know the real me. I listen to people. They always have an opinion to say. I listen. And many times Like, we don't even ask for people's opinions. People just shove it down our throats, right? We're guilty of that too. We can do that to other people, because somebody can say something to you, and out of pure intentions and goodwill, of course, you want to offer your love to the other person, you want to offer your support, and you unintentionally start saying what you think is right for them. And we need to sometimes do a halt and catch ourselves doing that, where we offer ourselves without being asked. And we need to reprogram ourselves to try and don't offer your opinion where it's not asked. And it's quite hard to do. I'm so bloody guilty of that. Because I love helping people. I love helping myself. And based on the experiences that I had in my life, I love to share things forward. But that's not always good. That's not always good because not everyone's heading to where I'm heading. And I always need to remember that. But with all that said, when people talk about things and they're putting opinions onto you, just listen to it. Listen to it, but don't get influenced by it. That would be my number one advice. Don't get affected by what they say, because what they say might not be true, right? And it can get your mind really confused, because you're not going to be honoring yourself by what it is that you want to do, and you're going to be thinking at the back of your mind what they said, and it's going to be even more confusing. You are your best answer, to figure things out. Because whenever you're faced with a problem, your number one goal will be to find a solution to that. So try to keep calm first if something happens, right? Think about it. Don't automatically have the feeling, oh, I need to express my emotions, I need to say what's going on. No, sit with it by yourself. There's no reason why a lot of people should know your life story or anything. Because most of the times what you will see is that people form judgments about you, as nice as they are. You need to understand, if a person's evolution in life and self-development are at a minimum, they're not aware of what they're doing. They're not aware of what they're doing. And opinions will always be coming up. Opinions will always be coming up. Judgments will always be coming up. And you have to be ready for that. You need to be ready that this is the way people are. If they don't know something, they will start talking about it. And your focus should be on improving yourself and getting to a point in your life where you don't care how people feel about you. There's people out there that can be jealous of you. And you might not even be able to see that, because you might have pure intentions. And I've met a lot of people on my path, which I never understood the severity of jealousy they might have had about me. Because I'm generally, I don't focus on negatives in my life. I always excuse people. I try to see the other person as a being operating based on their experiences. And we are different to one another. They can't understand where I'm coming from. Maybe I can't understand where they're coming from. And sometimes we can get people quite uncomfortable, where by them also giving opinions, it's kind of a way that they're trying to get you to change. for not accepting perhaps what you have to say, and they're imposing themselves, you know? That's what I've been learning. And listen to this. Just because somebody loves you does not mean that they love all of you, if you get what I mean. They might love certain things about you, but there will be things that they don't like about you. You know? And some people may want to how should I say it? To change something about you, and that bias, right, colors the advice they give you. But the thing, you know, they want to change about you might be a thing that you love about yourself. How many times in my past I had people telling me that it's not good for me to be cursing, right? Why are these people telling me that it's not good to curse? I'll tell you why. Because maybe growing up, their families always used to tell them, oh, shh, that's not a good word to say. You know, you should never say it. So they're like swallowing everything and they don't know how to curse. And they're seeing that I'm doing it and it goes against what they've been taught. So they can't accept me for cursing. So they're always telling you things to do. Always telling you things to do that are not right. Things are not right. This is wrong. That's right. Or how many times have I been told in my life, I have a way about talking about things to people that I can be a bit harsh because I speak to people very directly. I sometimes don't think before I talk, but this is who I am. If you do something that I don't like, I will address that. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to say how I'm feeling. What you did to me, how I will respond to it. And sometimes people don't like that. They don't like to get exposed. They don't like it when people have something to say, right? And they might tell you, why don't you figure out a better way of talking to the other person? I completely agree. We should all try to be working on our communication towards people to be nice, you know, as much as we can towards them, and say it in a non-aggressive way for sure. But I also have to honor myself, right? And each one has to honor themselves in the way they express themselves. So if they're not accepting you for who you are with your communication style, and they find that offensive and it triggers something in them, that is not your problem. That is their problem to work with. So anyone that's telling you that you need to do certain things, right, and they're not agreeing with that, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. And you need to realize it, because if you love the way you are, if you're honoring who you are, don't let people change you. Don't let people change you. Their advices mean shit. Nothing. If you're seeing how I evolved, and I'm always evolving, right? I learn new things. What inspired me to change was seeing a beautiful trait on another human being that would fucking get me motivated to become that. See, I used to be a much more angrier person. I picked that up from somewhere through my environment, you know. And when I was meeting people that were more calm than I was so bloody inspired. I'm like, dude, how the fuck do they do that? How are they so calm and so good, you know? Used to be a very angry person. For example, my mother is Greek and she loves cleaning. The house is always so bloody fucking spotless. What did that do to me? I was an OCD when it came to cleaning, man. You would see me like on my knees, like scrubbing the floors and cleaning and wanting everything in perfection. I got that from my mom. And I recognized it, that wasn't good for me. I didn't want to be like her. I didn't want to be like focused on cleaning my whole life. But that was like 1,000 years ago. I'm not like that anymore. But when I used to see positive qualities on people, I wanted to instill that trait inside of me. And that kept me going. So how did I move forward in life? And I want to, if I can help people, I love that. It gives me great joy. By confronting your fears. So anything that can scare you is an indication for you to go after that. Going after your fears. Anything that scares you, you should challenge yourself to get past that fear, because it's truly, truly liberating. And anyway, I got off subject now. When it comes to people, they're not you. You are you. You're uniquely you. So honor yourself. Be yourself. Don't look at what other people are doing. Because you might feel that you're not good enough, or they're doing better than you. No, it's not like that. Because everyone has within themselves something that they don't like about themselves, and they think they could be better. Yeah, you could be better at something, but you need to accept yourself for who you are, with all the goodness that you have right now. And when somebody has something that you'd like, admire it. The moment you acknowledge that maybe you're lacking on that, and you see another person that has that quality, is the moment that a change can happen. That you can become that. You can become that. What you admire in another person can also reside in you. And never forget that.